Hi, and welcome to my video on factor expressions with rational exponents. Factor each completely. We're going to use the same rule as we did before, and that we always remove the GCF. The only thing we have fractions as exponents. So the smallest exponent is a half. So x to the half is the smallest exponent. So we'll take that out as a GCF. So when we divide, if you take x to the 3 over 2 and divide it by x to the half, so there's 3 over 2, subtract the half, that becomes 2 over 2, which is 1. So that's x to the 1. And x to the half divided by x to the half is just a 2. So there it is, x to the 1 half times x plus 2 factored. And b, the smallest exponent, 5 over 3 and 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is the smallest exponent. 4 and 3 have only 1 in common, so that's x to the 2/3. And again, we divide x, or 4x to 5 over 3 divided by x to the 2/3 is 4x. And what do we put here? Well, that's a 5 over 3, subtract 2/3. That's 3 over 3, which is 1. So that's a 1 there. And subtract 3x to the 2/3 divided by x to the 2/3 is just 3. So the final answer, x to the 2/3 times 4x minus 3 in factored form. And in C, the smallest exponent, we got a 7 over 4, and we have a negative 1/4. So x to the negative 1/4 is the GCF. So when we divide, we subtract. So 7 over 4, subtract negative 1/4. So that's 7 over 4 plus 1/4, which is 8 over 4, which is a 2. So that becomes x squared. And a negative 9, x to the negative 1/4 divided by x to the negative 1/4 is a negative 9. But this time, the inside is factorable because it's the difference of two squares. And that is x squared minus 9 is x and x. The factors of 9 are 9 and 1 and 3 and 3. But because the product is negative, we have a plus and a minus. The factors to give you 0 is 3 and 3. Notice right here, this is x squared plus 0x minus 9. So the two factors have to add together to give you a 0 in the middle. So that's plus 3 minus 3, fully factored. X to the negative 1/4 times x plus 3 times x minus 3. And D, also the smallest exponent is 3 over 2, a half, negative a half. Negative a half is the smallest exponent. So 3 over 2, subtract negative a half, double negative, so it's 4 over 2, which is 2. So that's x squared. Next one, we have a half, subtract a half again, negative a half, so that's double negative, so it's a half plus a half, which is 1. So that's a negative x to the 1. And when we divide right here by x to the negative half divided into negative 2, x to the negative half is just a negative 2. And again, the inside is a trinomial that might be factorable. The factors of 2, let's see what happens. X squared is x and x. The factors of 2 are 2 and 1. And the product is negative 2, and the sum is negative 1. So we have to multiply, so it has to be negative and a positive. The product is negative 2. So it's a negative 2 plus 1. Multiply, negative 2, 1 is negative 2. Add, negative 2 and 1 is negative 1. And so that's fully factored. And just takes a while just to get used to taking out that fractional exponent, but it's the same. You just divide it into the term. And we got some practice. See if you can work these out before. Pause the video and work these out. Here we go. The smallest exponent is 1/3, so we'll take out x to the 1/3. So 4 over 3, when we subtract 1/3, is 3 over 3, which is 1. So that's x to the 1, understood. And a -7, x to the 1/3 divided by x to the 1/3 is just -7, so it's fully factored. And number 2, we have a is the base, and we have the smallest exponent is 5 to the 4th. So we take a 5 to the 4th out. So 9 over 4, subtract 5 over 4, gives us 4 over 4, which is 1. So that's a to the 1, understood. Plus a to the 4/5 divided by a to the 5 over 4 divided by a to the 5 over 4 is 1. Notice you have 2 terms here, so you have to have 2 in here. And again, just think about, when you multiply these, you add the exponents. So that's a 1 there. So 1, add on 5 over 4. So 1 added to 5 over 4 is 4 over 4. 1 is 4 over 4, so that's 9 over 4. So again, to check, you multiply these back and you should get these 2 terms up here. Number 3, b is the base, and the smallest exponent is -1/5. That's the GCF. So we got 9 over 5, and we're dividing, so you subtract the -1/5, double negative positive, so that's 10 over 5, which is 2. So that's b squared, and b to the -1/5 divided by b to the -1/5 is -1, and b to the -1/5, and notice b squared minus 1 is the difference of 2 squares. Notice that's a b squared minus 1 squared, the difference of 2 squares, so b 1 1 plus minus. And again, notice when you add these two, 1 and -1, you get a 0. Notice there's no b in the middle here, so it's fully factored. Number 4, we have a y is common base, and the smallest exponent is a half. So we'll take that out, and 5 over 2 subtract 1/2 is 4 over 2, or 2. So that's a y squared. And 4 and y to the 3 over 2 divided by y to the half is a plus 4. And 3 over 2 subtract a half is 2 over 2, which is 1. So that's y to the 1, and there's the 1, understood. And 3y to the half divided by y to the half is a 3. So that's y to the 1/2. And if this is a trinomial and looks like it's factorable, let's see, let's try it. Y squared is a y and a y. The factors of 3 are 3 and 1. And the product is +3, and the sum is positive, so it has to be +3, +1. And now we have it fully factored. So that's reviewing the factoring when you have rational exponents. Again, you still take out the GCF, and you still factor the trinomials the same. If you like my video, click the like button, the subscribe button, and notification bell. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.